Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing Spider-Man Homecoming, the third reboot in the Spider-Man series, because they keep fucking it up. So, I feel like watching my reviews of the Amazing Spider-Man series, because I actually did them. I've been doing this long enough to have reviewed the entire last reboot. Just search on this YouTube channel, Amazing Spider-Man, and both of the movies come up. So there you go. But I don't know, I guess I'll go over the Sam Raimi ones as well. The first one, I like it. Second one, I really like it. The third one, I still kinda like it. It's stupid, but I like it. Then the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, that was alright. That was alright. Could be better. I like it. I liked it. The second one, oh my god! What have you done? Oh! What the hell is wrong with you? Jesus Christ! And now we're here today. So, what are the reasons to watch this movie? I don't know. Quite honestly, I'm still sick of superhero movies. This is still a thing. Ever since Captain America Civil War, I am tired of superhero movies. I don't want to watch them. I have nothing against Spider-Man. I'm sure this movie's good. I mean, its creative direction is handled by Marvel, so it's going to be like a cookie cutter, but, you know, cookie cutter in a good way. Sometimes you like your cookies to be round, you know? And, yeah, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like, well, I've seen that a few times. But I enjoyed it. That was some fun moments. So I'm gonna come back and tell you. You know, in a way, don't get me wrong on this, but in a way, I almost miss the Amazing Spider-Man days. I mean, I know it was totally, like, butt-fucking Spider-Man, essentially. Like, this great Marvel character. Like, he's considered among the top 3 superheroes of all time, like, next to Batman and Superman. Like, Spider-Man is the one that kids like to think about, at least in my day. And, you know, it's not a good thing to see him, like, fucking raped on screen by Sony. But you know what? It was kind of an adventure. The idea that you could go into the movie and see possibly the worst thing you've ever watched, but also maybe something pretty good that you weren't expecting. And now I know I'm just gonna walk in there, I'm gonna be mildly amused during the runtime and give a pretty positive review, but have no real reason to tell you to watch it. And wash my hands, wait for Thor Ragnarok, and repeat. Are you starting to see why I'm sick of them at this point? Honestly? I mean, we already had Logan. We're good. Logan was the end, you know? Logan was not only a send-up to Wolverine, that's a send-up to superhero films in general. I don't need to see any more, guys. We need to stop. Let's make another trend, okay? And don't make that trend Star Wars. We've had enough. But I'm just babbling at this point. Let's watch it. Alright. Okay, that did kind of break me out of my grumpy attitude. I mean, yeah, I'm still kind of fed up with superhero movies, and, you know, I honestly wouldn't be that disappointed if they just suddenly decided, you know, no more Marvel Universe, guys. They're not going to say that, but, like, if they did, I wouldn't be, like, that disappointed, but nonetheless, this was kind of refreshing. I really liked it. I think one of the better points of this is the fact that they didn't do an origin story again. I mean, thank Christ, that would be the third time they did it for the same character be here. But like, not only that, but they kind of went outside the formula. Not like completely outside of it. They still had the old big climactic villain battle and stuff, and lots of property damage and that people don't really seem to care that much about, and wisecracking characters. They still had a lot of that, but in terms of like plot structure, they structured it a little differently, and that was refreshing. Like, it's nothing groundbreaking, I'm not gonna say that, but it was fun to watch. It had some fun moments in it. The villain wasn't completely disposable. I mean, alongside Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I'm starting to see a nice trend in that direction. Like, Michael Keaton plays the villain in this, the Vulture, and like, it's not just the fact that he's Michael Keaton that makes me love him. He's got an interesting character. He has like motivations that you could almost sympathize with. He has like a backstory that, well, it's a little extreme. Like, his reactions to the things that turn him into a villain are like a little, like, you got that mad about it? There's something like that. But still, he has motivations that are unique, and his relationship to Spider-Man is kind of interesting too. It takes a twist at one point, and it's a twist you don't see coming. It's kind of great. And wait, I just realized Michael Keaton is the Vulture. He's playing Birdman. He's playing a mechanical, evil Birdman. Whoa. Anyway. Yeah, I liked him. I liked him a lot. Michael Keaton as evil Birdman. The only problem I do have with it though is I like the character. I like the character. The problem is that I don't see how, in terms of like powers, in terms of like abilities, how he differentiates from the Falcon. I can't be the only one who's brought this up. I'm sure like the 50,000th person to bring it up, but like, literally he has the exact same abilities. He has a flying robot suit that gives him wings. Like, what's the difference between him and Falcon? Falcon's good. Is that it? It's kind of lame. Are you gonna have like Metal Man like fighting the Hulk, and he just looks like Iron Man, but he's like Metal Man. But he's totally different. He invented that suit himself. He's a different guy. I don't know. I mean, like, the backstory they give him and stuff, the way he gets it built, like, that's unique. It's different from Falcon in that way. I'm just talking, like, design-wise. But yeah, in terms of character, this was well needed. This is a lot better than fucking Ant-Man with, the yellow jacket. Like, oh, remember the yellow jacket? What an interesting character. Remember how he was bald? Yeah, Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket's interesting. Yeah, you don't see people dressing up as Yellow Jacket for Halloween. Although I can't imagine anyone dressing up as Vulture for Halloween either. That costume is honestly not that imaginative. Yeah, honestly, that's like where some of my main problems come from. There's a lot of design issues in this. The movie has its points, but for the most part, it's kind of visually bland. But I think that's just a Marvel thing. And yeah, I'd say it's above average for a Marvel film. Marvel films, of course, by definition, are like above average, but I'm saying it's above average of the above average. If that makes any sense. I'm saying on the scale of Marvel films, it's above average. On the scale of like regular films, it's pretty good. Yeah, I like the character. I like character interaction. I like the story to an extent. I like some of the jokes in there. That's it. Captain America has like a running gag where he's like recorded PSAs for the high schools and stuff. It's really silly. It's the kind of stuff that I really like about Captain America. You know, he's so innocent. It's stuff like that that endears me to the film. Do I think it's revolutionary? No. Do I think like if you're sick of superhero films, you gotta rush out and see this, guys? It'll change your mind. No. But you know, if you're looking for just like a fun action-packed movie, you can't get much better than this. So yeah, I can recommend it on those levels, definitely. So, oh, and before I leave, I want to address this one issue that has been kind of brought up of what Sony plans to do with the character here. Because bear in mind, they still like retain the rights to Spider-Man. They're just kind of leasing him to Marvel for this stuff. Well, as part of like their future plans, they've announced a standalone Venom movie, which is probably the worst idea I've ever heard. But you know what? I'm just gonna say this. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Now, bear in mind, it's entirely conjecture. This is just something I read on some online article. But I've heard like rumors that essentially the reason that they're coming up with these horrible ideas is just to make it look like they have plans for Spider-Man stuff, that they aren't just dead on arrival with him, which they are, so that they can kind of boost up the money they receive when they sell him. Most likely to Marvel. Like you can kind of imagine it like, well, we want like, I don't know how much to tell them, like you know, Disney offers them like $50 million for Spider-Man. Let's just say that, and they're like, oh man, we're really hoping for $75 million. I mean, that's how much we're planning on making with like this next Venom movie. You know, we got big plans for that. You know, we don't have to sell you. You know, that's like the only hope I'm going for. Although crazier things have happened. Remember, these are the people who seriously considered making an Aunt May standalone movie. Sony is fucking insane. Do not underestimate them. But I'm just saying, don't get too crazy until a trailer comes out. That's it. And until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching a Dyer Situation.